Today on the channel from Masters Universe and the Masterverse line, we got the new Eternia, Thunder Punch He-Man, and Sy-Klone.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Masters Universe Masterverse new Eternia unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got Thunder Punch He-Man and we got Sy-Klone. But for all your He-Man needs and a whole lot more, make sure you're hitting up Big Bad Toy Store. Use the link in the description down below to support this fair YouTube channel. Always appreciate the support over here, and I always appreciate how we do these reviews because I do them. But of course, we're going to do it like we always do. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there, and I guess we'll start with old Thunder Punch himself. Old Thunder Punch He-Man coming in hot here today. A little different looking He-Man in the head department. We've had a lot of different heads for He-Man. I don't know if any of them have been perfect as far as the Masterverse line goes so far. But of course, you got Masterverse up there on the top. Mattel, 6 and up on these. So Mark Summers, you know what to do. Escort any 5 years old kids on the premises. Get them the heck out of here. You know where to take them. Through the backyard, the gate, all that kind of stuff. Thanks, Mark. Always appreciate your hand over there from the couch. Give a shout out to Double Dare's own Mark Summers on the couch here today. Shout out to Mark once again. No Todd McFarlane today, unfortunately, but Todd will be there. He's always around, especially on that 2.0 channel. Check it out if you have not. Thunder Punch He-Man in all of his glory. New Eternia right there. Very small bubble window we've got new this year, of course. Got a little wraparound artwork there, as you can kind of see. And then on the side, you get a little glamour shot. 2 little glamour shots of old He-Man doing his thing. 30 points of articulation. Oh my gosh. You got the cross cell down below. You know I'm here for that. And then we got some glamour shots. Let's see what it says about our old friend, old Thunder Punch here. Heroic leader with a power punch. He-Man dons the ancient Thunder Punch armor and defends the recovered arcane artifact, the Eye of Grayskull, against Skeletor's entire army. It does promote, of course, Sy-Klone, Thunder Punch, He-Man, Emperor, Hordak, and Leech. We'll unbox Leech and Hordak in a separate video. Make sure you subscribe. You don't want to miss that, of course. But let's get old He-Man out. But you know what? I might have to cut it. I might have to cut the old razor blade, get him out of the package here. Looking good. All right, He-Man, he's ready to go. He's ready to party. He's ready to punch. He's going to throw punches and bunches is what he's going to do. That's what he always does. But can I get this out? There we go. A little of that. See you later. A little spin on it. Like a young Bill Cartwright. Yes, shout out to Bill Cartwright, as we do know. We do get the content list on the side. That's always kind of cool to see. And then baggies. Oh, we get baggies. Baggies for days. See you later. Goodbye. Knock these baggies out. See what's going on. See what all the fuss is about. There it is. And see you later. Goodbye off the screen. Power Punch He-Man, Thunder Punch He-Man right there, ready to go in the plastic prison. Of course, locked down like a young Todd McFarlane. Too bad Todd's not here to celebrate. You know Todd loves a lockdown figure. He likes twist ties more than the figures itself, as we have learned on a lot of unboxings recently here on the channel, as you guys probably are fully aware of. Pop old He-Man out. There it is. Twist ties. See you later. Goodbye. All right, let's get down to business with these accessories first. That's where we're going to start. Now, of course, if you're going to be a He-Man and you're going to be a Thunder Punch He-Man, you better have some fists. And he's got 2 fists of fury right here. 2 gripping hands out of the package. Choose your own gripping or fisted hand adventure. Then, of course, once again, Power Punch He-Man. He's got these effect pieces that go over the fist. Very, very nice, of course. Gives him a little extra style on his punches. Nice translucent plastic as well. Just fit over those fisted hands or the gripping hands. Either or. Now, we do get caps, very old school caps. You put those on the shield. I guess we'll talk about the shield. Very cool classic shield here. These caps go in there. They are not real caps. Of course, back in the 80s, back when things were a little bit more dangerous in the toy game, you actually got real caps. So very cool, but not so safe in this day and age, as we do know. But we do get one in red, one of gold to remind us of years past, I guess is what we get. And then, of course, you do get this big old shield here, which is always kind of strange. He-Man emblem in the middle as well. You do get the sword, of course, and the sword can be stored on here, which is very nice. I always like to be able to store my stuff. But it is, of course, the power of Grayskull. We got it right here. I have the power, of course, but it's gold this time. You don't see that very often with a white handle as well. So on brand, on point for what we've seen out of this Masterverse line as far as the swords go. But now we're going to dive into He-Man himself, and I don't know about this He-Man. He's got too much like blush or rouge going on there. He's a little red in the cheeks, maybe a little too high on the cheekbones. Not sure about the face. He's got kind of a grin and bear it face with the little teeth going on. Some beautiful blue eyes you could get lost in. So be careful. You don't want to get lost in those eyes. And then a little Dutch boy haircut is what he's got going on as well. So an interesting looking version of He-Man. Ooh, we do got the spinner. I guess you can make your own cap noises on the back because you got that little spinner on his backpack. Very interesting accessory there. Does it open? Oh, yeah, it does. It opens up right there. You can see the gears and all that kind of stuff. You can stick this in here if you want to so choose. Store them in there. Do whatever you want. A little extra storage. Never hurt anybody, as we do know. We're always here for stuff like that. But we do get the old cap noise, I guess. That's close. We're going to get to any noises out of this figure here. Now, we do got a little arm apparatus here. Almost looks like a knee brace, but it's up on the arm holding things in. I believe this will plug in there. Yes, it will. So you plug this right into his forearm. You got the shield holding there. I do like that. That way you don't have to, use a hand or something. So it plugs in right on the side. Very, very easily. You can plug it in on either one of those sides, and you can also plug it into the back as well if you want it stored back there. So really choose your own adventure where you want to store that shield. That's always nice. Got the big He-Man vest over the top in red and gray. Definitely a different look compared to Battle Armor He-Man, regular version of He-Man, Prince Adam, whatever you want. But one thing does remain the same. Of course, he goes to one of the greatest tailors in, of course, all of Grayskull. He, an Eternia, I should say. He gets the Eternia loincloth right here. You got to have that going on. Very dirty brown color on this one. And then he does have, of course, the new Eternia hardcore title. Yes, the hardcore title is what he has here in kind of a bronze color around his waist. Looking good there. And then, of course, you do got the boots with the fur. He's always got those boots with the fur. That is his thing. Looking good right there. And then you got the wrappings down onto the boots being there in brown. So really, if somebody hands you this, you're going to know who it is. It might not be the best looking He-Man, but you would know this is He-Man if somebody handed it to you. At least I would here. An interesting one. I just don't know if I like that head, but it does come down to it where we've had so many different heads for He-Man in this line. You really could mix and match and change things around if you really wanted to. Creativity is up to you. And then there's the Ramen Toys of the world that are making extra heads and stuff for He-Man. He could be a candidate for one of those, so you have to stay tuned to something like that in the future as well. Articulation on him. Arm's going to go all the way around for us. Bicep cut. Double jointed pinless elbows playing all the hits, and you get the up and down hinge on this one. Always like that. You do have that. Hands removable, of course. Head removable, back force, side to side. Hula hoop at the top, then traditional waist down below. Big old He-Man splits. Look at that. Oh my gosh, a gymnast in a former life, I guess. And we got drop down hips on this bad boy as well. So we got the drop down hips going on. Thigh cut, double jointed pinless knees, boot cut, ankles back and forth, up and down. All of our usual articulation that we're so used to with the Masterverse line. It's all here. It's all here. Dive into it. There it is. But we get old He-Man looking only like a He-Man could look if he was throwing thunder punches is what it would be. But not terrible, not the best, somewhere in the middle. And I got his old Masters Universe Classics version right here. Now, I believe this one has a lighter skin tone compared to this one for sure. Because was he stuck? Wasn't the story in the classics that he was stuck in a cave for a long time? No sun in the cave, and that's kind of how that came out. I think I remember something like that. But this one looking very strange, just like this one. So I guess something about Thunder Punch He-Man looking very strange over the years. It's cool enough in the classics, but I still was never sold on this head sculpt, just like this one here. So at least Mattel's consistent at the end of the day. You can say that much. Why not? But of course, now we're going to turn our attention over to Sy-Klone. One of my all-time favorites there, of kind of a B, low B, C-level hero, of course. Most people think of the Stratoses, the Man-at-Arms, things like the Ram-Mans, maybe even the Mechanics. But Sy-Klone was there. He was always around, and we just recently unboxed the Origins version of him on the channel not too long ago. So we're coming back real quick with a Masterverse version here, of course, part of the new Eternia line. Similar packaging we had with He-Man there, Masterverse at the top. 5 and up, you better get the heck out of here. I hope you left with Mark Summers. 30 points of articulation on this Mattel logo. Of course, glamour shot right here. Spinning around, you get one of those skeleton-type warrior guys. I would love to see them in this line as well sometime soon. Great army builder as well. New Eternia, Sy-Klone, then you got some glamour shots on the side. Two different looks to him here, so you can kind of choose your own Sy-Klone adventure, and we'll look at that when we get him out of the package. Then on the back, we got that same cross-sell. We got the blurb, we got the glamour shots, we got all the fun. Let's see what it says about our old friend Sy-Klone back here. Heroic fist-flinging tornado is what he is. The gale force winds of New Eternia blast across the decimated planet with the storm's herald, Sy-Klone, at its helm. And I had Sy-Klone come through my yard the other day. My big tree in front of my house, we had a huge storm last week. You probably saw the tornadoes on the news, things like that. We weren't part of the tornado stuff, but man, we got some big winds and all kinds of stuff. Knocked down my huge tree. My huge tree just did an old timber. What a beautiful expense that was, of course. And yeah, it is what it is. I guess luckily it didn't hit the house, didn't hit anything like that. So that was some good news there. But it felt like Sy-Klone was running wild through my neighborhood last week. But here we are today. Let's get old Sy-Klone out of the package. Let's see what's up with him. I'm sure there's going to be a lot, and there's definitely fuss with him. There's always fuss. I think he stole the heart of many a collector over the years. I think he's an underrated gem is what I'm going to call Sy-Klone. An underrated gem. That's what I'm calling it right here. But can I get him out of the package? Can I get the box out of the package? There we go. Easy slide. Let's go off to that side. See you later. Goodbye. Little Sy-Klone action right there. There you go. All kinds of accessories. Can I get the little baggie out? There it is. See you later. Goodbye. Little baggie time. Come on. Everything out. Everything come out, please. There we go. Baggie. Give the old see you later. Off the screen. Goodbye. And we get some extras with him that we'll dive into in a second. And then, of course, plastic prison for old Sy-Klone. An interesting yellow color on him here. Almost like a goldish color is what that is. I'm not against it. We're going to see what it is, see if I like it once we get it out of the package. But first, got to free him like a young McFarlane Toys DC figure is what it feels like to me. But we're going to get him out of the package here. There's one, and there's two, and we're ready to go. See you later. Goodbye. All right, let's get down to old Sy-Klone here. What is going on with him today? We do get some effect pieces here, brand new ones as well. Translucent in red. Got a little peg here, I believe. Yep, they go right on the side there, right on the forearms here, so you can store them right on there for him. Do like that. You can have them on, have them off. I'm going to have them on for sure. Definitely give a little effect pieces to him, gives him a little bit extra pizzazz, as we know. Two gripping hands, just like He-Man had, and then we got two fisted blue hands as well. Choose your own hand adventure with the old Sy-Klone here. And then we do get a little face mask. I guess we'll talk about that with the heads here in a second. We do get a shield here, and I believe that shield probably plugs in on the side here as well, once again. Yes, it does. So you don't have to use these hands for these guys. You can plug it in his hand, but it will fit on the side, or it will fit on his back as well. So multiple options to store that shield for Sy-Klone. I do appreciate that. The more ways I can store the accessories on a figure, the better, if you ask me. But getting down to the heads on this one here, he does got a helmet, almost like a samurai, futuristic samurai helmet is what it looks like to me. Kind of a goldish mustard type color there. You got the red lines going throughout. Looking very interesting. And then you got a very robot-like stoic face there. He's got some different little lines in there. So I don't know if he's supposed to be kind of a robot. I don't know what he looks like here. I guess he looks like an alien from the cosmos, what he looks like. But he looks different. We're used to him with the blue skin, just not really used to him with those lines in his face. But then we do get an additional mask here. And I guess this just must slide in over the top. Yep, it just plugs on in there, and it's like he's got a little samurai visor going on. So that's very interesting. A little kind of face mask, a little slit for his eyes. Definitely a different look for Sy-Klone here. I don't know if this is going to appease a lot of people. Obviously, New Eternia, some different takes on some classic features and some classic characters. Usually they give us the classic look and then one that's not so classic, and you can choose your own adventure. We've seen it with Clawful, we've seen it with Ram Man, Triclops, down the list. This one, very, very interesting. I don't know. I think I'm going to have to do the old school blue in the face, I think is what I want to see out of my Sy-Klone. Maybe that's just me. You guys tell me your thoughts in the comments below. But I do think it looks good. It just looks different in the face department. There's no doubt. Now, articulation, his arms go all the way around for us. You got a bicep cut. Double jointed, very tight elbows on him. Hands removable. Hula hoop at the top. Waist articulation. Get those big Sy-Klone splits right there if you need them. You do got the drop down hips. You get the thigh cut. Double jointed pinless knees. Boot cut. Ankles back and forth, side to side, up and down. all the usual Masterverse articulation here with him for those keeping track at home. Does got those little discs coming out of his shoulders. You got 2 of those, and you got a little effect piece here, a little translucent blue out of the bicep with the bicep ring there. Of course, talked about the forearm guards you can store everything into. Then he's got the blue kind of vest going on, and you do got not an Eternia loincloth, you got a space age loincloth, and it looks like you got the Saturn. Is that the planet there? I don't know. It's got a planet with a ring around it. Close enough, I guess. And then you do got a little pizzazz there in his chest. Of course, we always remember that. I guess it does turn, depending how you're looking. Almost looks like a radar. Or almost looks like he's flying a plane. Has something in his crosshair or something like that. But we do got that emblem right on his chest. Gold in the legs here, a very golden look. Got some swirling to the plastic as well. It doesn't bother me. I know that bothers some people, but we do have some of that swirling. Got the rings there around the top of his boot, and then, of course, just straight up blue boots on him. He should fit on a ringside stand. Let's find out right now. How about... what do you know? Fits on a ringside collectible stand. Looking interesting, looking similar, but also looking different at the same time. So an interesting one is this Sy-Klone, if you ask me. And I do have a classic version of Sy-Klone somewhere right here. I got the old Masters Universe Classics. You guys know I'm just a classics guy. You got that version of him here. So definitely a different version. Both these guys, similar but different. You would know they're the same character, but they got some tweaks. They got some differences to them here. Not going to be for everybody. That's my guess, but you guys tell me in the comments, what are your thoughts on this Masterverse New Eternia? You need these 2 in your collection. Maybe you don't need any more He-Mans. Maybe you're He-Man overkill, but hey, Sy-Klone, he's a new character on your good guy shelf. You might need him, but let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Let me know if you're picking these guys up. Or not. You know how it goes. But of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, subscribe to my other YouTube channel as well. We got videos every single day, as you guys know. And of course, all the videos go early up on Patreon. You get bonus images. You get all kinds of different stuff. Patreon, the best way to support the channel. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Don't forget social media, SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. So for a little new Eternia unboxing, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.